EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Deuce, deuce.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mike 14.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Mike 14, Mike 14. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Man, I got you.
Mike 6.
Ready, shot. 6. He's scared. You. Check.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Slings this deep for McLaurin. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm
19, Tiger, 9.
First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. You must be dreaming.
check 26. Check 26.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Ready.
Mike 51's the Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Watch the run.
Hey,
they're
70 Lions.
Safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Hurry.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 89 yards rushing now in the opening quarter of this AFC Championship game. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Here we go. Hurt.
Let's go. Mike.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Mike 14, Mike 14.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, it's Spiller. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Throw left side on target to Thielen. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Therapy after this.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
He can't hang. He's not Cowboy 80. 49, check 49.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert being chased out left. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's crashing.
Hey, report. Report. Check 13.
Change it.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Hey.
Kill.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey, alert 3.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 24 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Sit hot! 180!
Coming this way. Here we go.
Again, it's Ricard, the fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Alpha, Alpha, sit on. 180. Ready, shot. Sit on.
Let's set a tone.
180.
Slam.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
180. Ready, shot.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That's Isabella open on the right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
You can't block me. You.
Check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Ozzy, shut up.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
Hatchet. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Slam.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson buying time to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fields this way up at the 17. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
From the 29, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
To throw is Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
8 yards to go on second down.
Switch.
Hey.
Check the backer. Check 4.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hey, check Mike 6.
All day, every day.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Jackson will throw again. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, it's Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Report.
Mike 6.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Patrick Ricard with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Night, night, sweetheart.
Herbert on first down now. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
You don't want it.
Mike 14.
Herbert.
Hey, I'm coming.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass. Joker.
Hill to try again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Let's go, D1.
3rd and goal, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming. Check 9, check 9.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
14, Army.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Mike 14, Mike 14.
Hey, here we go.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mike 14. Buffalo 18. 14.
Herbert off of play action. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Strong right. Check. 14's the mic. 14's the mic.
Herbert back to the air. He's going to air one out. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Chargers 14. Kaimi Fairbairn sets the kickoff.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He finds some open, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. The Charger drive about to get going. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. 2nd and 2.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Check 24, check 24.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Under crunch, under crunch.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mike 14, Mike 14.
To the air again, Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert flare, alert flare.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No gain on
Hill going to try the right side. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over.